So big news, we just had James Watt confirmed to be a speaker of Millionaire Mastermind 2026, founder of Brewdog and really successful CEO and entrepreneur. But what I'm excited to learn from him is the whole crowdfunding piece that really blew up his business. If you've been watching Unfinished Business for the last few weeks, you'll know that crowdfunding is something that we're hot on right now at TM. We're looking to raise some big funding to be able to fuel our global expansion. So I'm getting really excited about this, and it's going to be a great story. So we are without a videographer on Unfinished Business right now, and I have my social media manager doing the filming on a GoPro. So it's back to real vlogging style, which is great. And you guys are going to get a raw behind the scenes unedited version of Unfinished Business over the next few weeks until I find a videographer replacement. So if anybody out there watching wants to come and move in Peterborough and spend 6 days a week filming me 12 to 14 hours a day, then make sure you drop us a DM, you send us a comment on the YouTube show, or you just get in touch behind the scenes so you can get part of it. Great, so me and Lee meet every morning at 8 o'clock. This meeting is all about getting ahead of the rest of the business to be clear on what the key priorities are. We've been working on some great stuff here that's going to buy us some equity in the future. We're working on a lot of development projects, and so going to get an update from Lee and then outline what the key focuses are for this week.
Okay, so last week we took a major step forward on the SOP creation for each, and the next step for me this week is to sit down with each manager and go through each SOP and make sure that it's the right fit for Trade Mastermind. So I foresee this being completed by the end of this week.
Great. So for the benefit of the audience, we decided to write a manual for every single one of the departments, outline org charts, outline key roles and responsibilities, key KPIs, targets, and so on. And so as we build the business, it's going to be all about structure. I've always seen, and I don't know about your experience, Lee, but whenever you verbally tell somebody to do something, it's almost like the Chinese whispers game. Yeah, you tell one person, and by the time it comes out the other end, it comes out a completely different version of what the actual version was. And the only way to do it is to put pen to paper to document it.
Yeah, I agree. One of the benefits of having something like this is you can move around the business into different departments to build up your own CV.
Yep.
But importantly, when you go into new departments, somebody like myself can sit you down, talk about the role, but there's an SOP that backs up what I say.
Yep.
And then you're accountable on your results. And that's the most important thing we need.
So there's nothing better than the beautiful spring mornings, is there? Let's be honest. When the sun starts to come up early, the birds are tweeting, and you just got that nice peace and quiet that you need to reflect, that you need to focus, that you use to lock in on your goals. Love coming outside in the mornings into the garden. A nice coffee in hand. It's 5:30 a.m. I've had an ice bath, a sauna, a workout, and I'm ready to go. It's Friday morning, I'm fired up. We've got a big day ahead. We're making some positive moves at Trade Mastermind. We're a few weeks away from our big crowd raise. I'm feeling good. We're at a tough position because I'm trying to break through to the next level. Breaking through's a challenge always. I just want you guys to know that it's tough. It's tough to break through. And they call them in business breakpoints. You either stop where you're at or you push through. Pushing through is painful. But I want to get to that next level. I've been to 10 million before and I want to get past it. I'm stuck here at the moment. Not because we can't get through when I use the word stuck, but just because timing just takes time. It's going to take us another 3 to 6, even 9 months to get through the next ceiling. But I'm up for it and I'm ready. Anyway, can't spend too much time chatting. Got to get to the office, so I'll catch you guys soon. Say good morning, Unfinished Business.
Good morning, finished business.
Unfinished business.
Unfinished business.
What are you going to be when you grow up?
A business.
I love you so much.
Daddy,
JB.
why are you putting your phone on there?
So we could do some content while we're driving.
I can see myself.
I know, you can see yourself today, can't you?
Yeah.
Alright, should we do some content together then?
Yeah.
Come on then. Alright, what do you want to teach? What do you want me to teach you about today?
Trade Mastermind.
You want me to teach you about Trade Mastermind? Okay, so Trade Mastermind teaches tradespeople how to become business people. Because basically what you'll come to learn when you get a little bit older is most people start a business because they were good at the job. So they were good at the technical skill, but not because they actually have the business skills required to run a company. So most people make the mistake of, well, they make the right move first of starting a business because they're good at the job, but then they forget to acquire the new skills necessary to run the business. And that's where Trade Mastermind comes in. So we teach them about business planning, about business strategy, about sales, about marketing, about finance, about cash flow, about recruitment, HR, supply chain, systems, processes, procedures, and so much more. And each one of our training programs is CPD accredited. Okay, after 3 years, they get a City and Guilds assured qualification. And then after 5 years, they become Trade Mastermind Business Accredited, which is the consumer stamp of approval for trades businesses. A bit like Checker Trade, but not for quality of work, for quality of business. Make sense? And Daddy started this business up after spending many, many years as a tradesperson. So Daddy was a plumber once upon a time. And he went to work on the tools, in the van, okay, and built up a big national plumbing business. But what he realized is that across that journey, he'd had a lot of success and he'd made some mistakes. And the mistakes that he made was because he didn't have the knowledge necessary to be able to run a national company the first time round. Does that make sense? Yeah. So that's what Trade Mastermind is. So what we're building Trade Mastermind to be right now is not just a UK-wide construction training business, but a global training powerhouse, JV. Mixing it with Trade Group Services, which is a one-stop shop for trade and construction business owners to get access to all of the services they need to run their business under one roof. So Daddy's building lots of other businesses, son. And each one of these businesses is going to be accessible to a trades business owner for one fixed monthly price. It's a game changer. It's never been done before. What I want you to adopt, because you're an entrepreneur, right? Yeah, say I'm an entrepreneur. Say I'm a super successful entrepreneur. Shout it.
I'm super entrepreneur.
You're a super successful entrepreneur. Well, what do entrepreneurs do? They solve problems, say. Say they solve problems. Okay, they innovate. They disrupt. Say they disrupt. Yeah, and all of these different skill sets and traits are what's made me successful, and it's what's going to make you extremely successful. Because as I will always say, there's only one man in this world, Joseph Jr., that wants to see you do better than him, okay? And it's your dad. Daddy's always going to be there for you. Do you understand? Yep, so if you ever need anything, who do you call? You call your best daddy. Oh, I love you so much. You're my best son. You know that, don't you? You're my best little mate. The bestest boy in the world. You're the best gift that God gave me. You understand that, son? You've given me a new lease of life, a new purpose, which I'm extremely grateful for. You are the best little boy in the whole wide world. Okay, so we're on the way to Joseph's nan's to drop him off before I go to the office. But I've been up since what time? About 4:45. It's currently now 6:15, and I said I wasn't going to be there till 7:30. So now we're turning up, and she's going to be asleep. And she's going to be asleep, and she's not going to be impressed. And the problem is, I always keep her guessing. Sometimes I turn up there late, sometimes I turn up there early, but I very rarely turn up on time. Isn't that right, Joseph? What do you like so much about going to Nanny's in the mornings? What does she make for you all the time? porridge. And what else do you have for breakfast? You have massive breakfast, don't you?
Yeah, and I have yogurt.
Yogurt. Wow, that's serious. What else?
And I have toast.
Toast? How does such a little boy manage all of that food?
I eat toast and porridge and yogurt.
Because you're a big boy.
Yeah.
Are you a big, strong boy?
Yeah.
Say, I'm a big, strong boy, Daddy.
I'm
You're the best boy. You're the greatest kid to ever lived. My favourite boy of all time. Okay, so we're heading over to the office. I've been recently following a gentleman called, well, I've been following for a long time, but a guy called Ryan Serhant, and I've been getting excited again about building up our sales team, which I think it was needed. I needed some reinvigoration on it. And we're limited on the amount of salespeople that we can hire in Peterborough. It really is capped out. And there's a lot of talent out there, but you've got to get to it. And the restriction of being Peterborough based is becoming a real problem for me. So I don't know whether to try to stay here, or I don't know whether to just go to London as a starting point. I'm not too sure what the best move is for me. I fancy going to London and just setting up shop there anyway. I fancy doing that. But, you know, then again, do you just limit your own talent pool to London? Could you expand beyond that and go to a virtual strategy where you can just get any talent from any town and any city anywhere, rather than I'm going to get offices and so on and so forth? Personally, I can't work with Zoom too much. I hate it. I wouldn't have a team meeting on Zoom. I just don't like it. I like to be face to face. I know that's old school and a bit limiting, but I kind of don't really just like the whole video call thing. Much prefer to have a team, culture, energy, vibe. But it is restrictive, you know, it really is. Someone's got to go to London, they've got to set it up, and it would be me. And I've got to leave my COO running things back at Peterborough HQ. But I reckon we could set up shop quite easily in London. I might even take one or two of my top performers down there with me, and then build something cool out there. Get something great. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am no longer known as Joseph. From here on in, I am the king of construction. Rather than come and talk about marketing, why don't I show you how to do marketing? So you've got to get good at marketing the feeling. You've got to get good at telling a story. Because we talk a lot about lead generation, and lead generation is absolutely fundamental to make sales. But it's more than just buying leads from a lead gen provider. It's more than just using one of these facilities to get you inquiries. It's actually understanding how behind the scenes, okay, the marketing really works. And the first thing you've got to do is get attention. And for many of you, that might be way out of your current comfort zone to put content on social media. Going on The Apprentice was a play. No one knows Joseph Valente from Peterborough. Back then, social media wasn't a thing. You couldn't go on TikTok and get 1 million views. You couldn't run ads like you can now. So I went to a TV show to get known, because that was the way to get the attention. So marketing's more than just lead generation. The first thing we want to do is get eyeballs on your business. And as I've matured as the CEO of a training business, a mentor and a coach, I've got to really understand your journey over the last 4 years, and looking and reflecting on my journey, because my journey is always a little bit ahead of what I do in Trade Mastermind, because I like to walk it, talk it, do it, deliver it, then come and share my experience of what needs to be done. And I think there are 3 timelines that we all need to go on as an entrepreneur. But the first timeline is our personal development timeline. We have to get good at getting good at business. So that's why I think the business education is fundamental. How do I learn about the basics? marketing, sales, recruitment, finance, systems, processes, procedures. And that stuff isn't all going to pay you back on day one. In actual fact, that's a 1 to 5 year timeline. Well, I'm still learning every day, and you mature as you go and as you grow and get to the next level. Then as your business gets better, you should start to eventually get into a position where you're making good cash flow and you're making good profits. The reason Millionaire Mastermind is relevant and the reason why I created it is because I think there's a third timeline. And I'm just waking up to what this timeline really is for all of us. I've been on this business journey for 10 years. And now I understand that there's a wealth creation journey. Not just business, yeah? Not just driving leads and driving sales. It's building generational wealth. How do you invest what it is that you have earned? And investments, wow, that's a whole different kettle of fish, isn't it? Yeah, marketing, sales, infrastructure, operations, investing and knowing where to put your money. Is it buying and selling businesses? Is it in your personal brand? Is it in stocks and shares? Is it in crypto? Is it in property? That's a whole new world. And Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow quadrant is after you go from business owner, the final stage in wealth creation is investor. So Millionaire Mastermind for me, and the reason I bring such successful entrepreneurs, billionaires, 100 millionaires, successful celebrities, brand creators, is because what we're trying to look for in those speakers is the gold that's going to tell us what we want to do and what we want to avoid. Because I see people thinking that they want to jump into property. Well, which one? And if you take a small amount of money and put it into one property investment and it goes wrong because you didn't do the education to learn which property investments are for you, then you're probably going to waste your time. So you're doing the right thing by being here. Business education is fundamental. And at every level of growth, don't think that your journey ends 1 year after the academy. You don't stop doing what got you to the end goal in the first place, do you? So like when you get to the gym and you're in a good physique, do you stop going? No, you've got to keep showing up, right? And then you're taking on the next level of weights, which is the next level of information. And your wealth creation journey is going to be exactly the same. So Millionaire Mastermind was set up to teach business owners how to move, from Trade Mastermind to the next level, which is learning how to put their money, how to invest their money. There are hopefully 3 timelines that you can quantify and work out where you are on the journey. And remember, it's about reaching up always to get to the next level. Growth is not always easy. It can be very painful. It can push you out of your comfort zone. It can really test you. It can make you doubt yourself, question yourself. But if that's how you feel, that means that you're on the right path. Yeah? That's the indicator to show you that you're going in the right direction. You should be out of your comfort zone with us. You shouldn't be in your comfort zone. And at times you should be questioning what the hell you're doing trying to grow your business. The show goes on. We need a dartboard and some...
68 G's.
We need a dartboard and Tony in a Velcro suit like the old days. There used to be a competition, so who could throw Tony at the dartboard back in the day.
This office would have got shut down in the early days.
25 grand to the first pack stuck in the dead balls out! This episode was edited by me. Okay, so that's a wrap for Unfinished Business. This episode's a little bit raw. We have a new videographer starting in a few weeks, and we're going to be really leveling up the edits and making this viewing experience educational, entertaining, and very, very slick. So hopefully you enjoyed the show. Let me know what you want to see us do next on Unfinished Business and comment below to give us the guidance and feedback. Thank you.